good afternoon here in London at 1 Marylebone for our European launch event of Creative Cloud and of CS6. As you all know, today marks a very important date for Adobe, as it is probably the biggest launch ever for the company.
Oh, hey guys, he's with me, it's okay, you can come through. Hi, so excited you can be here. It's a bit crazy back here. We're working, obviously, the day has finally come. It's the Creative Cloud, the CS6 launch, and I just wanted to show you guys a bit behind the scenes of how the event's taking shape and what we're doing here.
As you all know, today we are introducing Creative Cloud, a new way to not only create content, but also to share it, to distribute it, to synchronize it across devices, and also to publish all this content across all these new devices. So Creative Cloud, but also we are launching Creative Suite 6, CS6, a rock-solid release of CS with tons of new features, with a brand new modern UI, and with very much improved performances all across the workflows.
Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Kevin Lynch, CTO at Adobe, and it's such a pleasure to have this beautiful space for us tonight. So I'd like to invite up, please, Rufus Deutschler, and he's going to give us an example of the power of Creative Suite 6. Rufus, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Check this out. I can now take that image and put the model here closer to the other one, and as I let go, Photoshop will do two things. It will remove the image from one side and put it in its new place where I've just where I've decided to put it. Pretty cool, no? This content-aware technology. Right from the beginning, I can tell in Dreamweaver to create all the necessary files and assets to create these three different types of websites. One for mobile, one for tablet, one for desktop. Adobe Creative Suite 6 actually gives me all of the tools to very rapidly create the content for even the most difficult clients. Thank you.
You can see I've got a bunch of files here. And also in my menu, there's a little cloud icon. And this is how I can access the synchronization that's happening. So you can see I can open up my Creative Cloud Files folder. I'm using only 200 megabytes of the 20 gigabytes that comes with Creative Cloud. And you can set preferences and when it syncs and things like that. And I can open the local folder on my computer. And this is a copy on my machine of the content, the assets that I'm working with in Creative Cloud. So you have them available locally as well as in the cloud, and these stay synchronized with each other. Yes, we have here Gareth and Wayne and Mr. Bingo, and we're going to be discussing creativity.
I got to the bar just before everyone else, and I was sketching some ideas down in a sketchbook on my own at the bar, and they came up to me half an hour later and said, "What were you doing in that book? What were those things?" And I said, "Oh, I was just drawing some ideas. It's kind of what I do in my spare time." And they said, "Are you creative?" And I thought it was such an interesting question. It was like a strange concept to them. And I said, "Yeah, I think I might be. I suppose I suppose I am." And one of them just looked at me and sort of said, "What's it like? How do you be creative?" And I just had this amazing kind of moment of realization that it felt really lucky to be creative and have this thing that I do as a job every day. And I just felt really sorry for them.
Apparently, kids under the age of like 6 do brilliantly at this. Like, it's the majority of kids are like creative geniuses in terms of their ideas and where they're thinking. And then slowly as they get older, they're sort of taught the facts and they're taught how to behave and how to think, and slowly it gets narrower and narrower, and they do tests, and as they get older, there's less and less creative genius going on.
Or their parents are accountants.
Right.
I mean, I remember being at school and can't wait for the bell to ring, and you get out and you go home because you couldn't bear to be there. I've never felt like that in my career. I've never waited for a bell to ring or for 5 o'clock to come. I don't mind if, you know, I'm married to a designer, we've worked together for 30 years, and if we're still talking about it at midnight, it doesn't matter because it doesn't feel like work. And to me, that's the best thing you can ever be, is never feel like you've been to work in your life.
Thanks, Kevin, for being here, and thanks, Rufus. I don't know where Rufus is, for a great demo. I mean, some fantastic products with CS6 and definitely with the cloud. So we're really thrilled. We're really, in anticipation of what is going to come, and it's going to be a great adventure moving forward.
This is a huge launch, as we all know, but it's not just the normal launch, our historical launches. This is not just a set of products, this is actually a new way to create that we're launching. So we needed to get out and help the market understand where we're going. So in doing so, we've spoken to a lot of folks in various markets across EMEA, including about 250 press, I think more than 500 influencers, and also in conjunction with our sales consultants, we went out and pre-briefed over 500 of our key accounts. So everybody's ready, and on top of that, another great stat that we have, and I said this last week during this all hands, is over 250,000 people have downloaded the beta version of CS6 Photoshop.
Don't wanna bold, just clear to